I would say that it's the role of the public media to bring what is representative of the community. If you just see one type of speech, then it's a specialized channel. I don't want especially to go there. If I go to a public broadcaster, if I watch it, I want to see a real window of what we can see in the life. And then I will make my own opinion based on that. But if I always go to somebody who is so focused on one mind and inviting guests which has the same editorial line, we say in French, le serpent qui se mord la queue, the snake who is biting his own tail. And in the end, yeah, I don't see a lot of interest. What I like is debate, polite debate. And of course, we see shows where you have characters. You have the old man, cis, white, and you have a youngster, and then they have specific position. But it's also a show, I think. But it helps to hear different kind of point of view, and in the end, everybody has to pay their taxes and to live in the same way. If we check the pyramid of Maslow, we are all eating, socializing, and that's what makes us human, I think, and that's something we should always remember. And there is the other part, not to try to bring domination attitude. And that's also the role of public media, according to me, to be sure that we want to live together. I would say first that debate online, it's really like a playground, and according to me, it should not be seen as a real reflection of what people think, even though it can influence, of course, the mindset of people. We know that the algorithms are trying to make buzz, that are trying to foster reactions. And what will make us react, of course, is polarization. We have to disagree, so we will be fully in the reaction. And that's the trick. If you see it as a game, then okay, let's try to have a little box. That's fine. If you feel that it triggers some new thought, a bit far left, far right, then it can be a problem for the democracy. And so for me, according to me, I think that the media, the press, etc., should always focus on bringing the center. How can we make a community all together, even though we have different opinion, we have different sexual orientation, different gender, different disabilities or abilities. And I think that's the role of the press, to bring other point of view and to try to grab the attention, even though we know by itself it will not trigger very hard reaction. It's going to be, yes, in the end it's like this. But that's the message that we have to focus on, I think. We want to live all together.
Right, so information is a pillar of democracy. So whenever the information is threatened, democracy is threatened as well. We have seen the situation in some countries like Slovakia, like Hungary, which is really worrisome. But I would say there is an issue of information integrity in general in Europe. Not by chance, we have now the European Democracy Shield. We have the Digital Services Act, which needs to be enforced. This is very important. We need to protect information integrity, also because we need citizens to get back to agency. Right now, we don't have the agency on information. It is all in the hands of algorithmic amplification, without transparency, without predictability of the news that we encounter. So it is really, really important that we get back to agency and we make sure that European citizens get to information integrity, because it's at the basis of our choices. It's not only elections, it's also about health, it's about climate, about migration, LGBTQ+, and so on. So this is really key. And if we don't act, then it's really, we end up in a situation which could be really dangerous. The first thing to be known is that it's not just one single solution. It's a number of different solutions. We have all to work together. And we need the different expertises, like the one at EAVI, for example, in the field of media literacy. But it's really, on one side, to build back critical skills and to adapt those skills to evolving technology. This is really important. On the other side, enforcement of what is the regulatory framework that we have, and we are unique with our framework. We have to implement it. On the other side, we have to work a lot on debunking and pre-bunking. We have to invest back in quality journalism and independent media, especially also public service broadcasting. Very key to this whole phenomenon is research. Without proper research and without access to the data, we cannot understand completely the phenomenon. So right now, we have a policy framework that is probably evidence-based, but we are not sure because we have to understand better the phenomenon, and this can only be done thanks to access to the data. So as you have seen, there is lots of different stakeholders involved, and only like that we can get protected and actually defend ourselves.